So we're talking about the Joker movie, the second one. Now I call it the Woker movie, and we're going to find out why. Watch this clip. So pretty much what's been happening, and what I saw was in the first movie was an uptake or an upbringing of people. What's been happening in society. Now, if you have a look what's happening in society, people are, they've got no money or their cost of living up a shit. Okay. Some people are living in tents and we don't have anyone to believe in. So I move on to the Donald Trump effect in America. People have had enough of the elite, all the bullshit that's been going on. So Trump comes, he's given a honest campaign other than the other mob. I'm not going to go into it. But what I mean and what I am talking about, this Woker, which they should have called the Joker 2 movie, was after the first movie came out, it was a bloody success. It was fantastic. The movie was great. The story, the plot, talking about the upbringing of the Joker. Okay, had issues, lived with his mother, poorhouse type thing. Then they brought in how he was being ridiculed by society, which a lot of people feel. We see that. You have a look at him going to see Bruce Wayne, or Bruce Wayne's dad, or whatever it may be. Can't remember. But they said he's related to Batman. Yeah, whatever. Okay. But at the end of the day, he was ridiculed. You have a look at when he was dreaming, when he went in and was saying, "Oh, my name's Arthur and I'm so good. La da da da. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you. I look after my mum." A lot of people just want to be loved and supported and heard and want to live their life. Now, he's living in life as a clown, okay? So he went and did that, no problem. But the whole thing is when he got his head kicked in by those guys, he just gave up. Now, I always use the term poke the bear. So if you poke the bear, what's going to happen? The bear's going to swipe. These days, in my belief, and you see it on a lot of talk shows, that people don't know how to shut up and have a decent conversation. They will come and hit back before you can actually say anything. I was watching a few today on the Whatever podcast. I see a lot on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I see The View. Yeah, they like to get their word in because they think they're right. Anyway, but getting back to it, what I was going on about with this Joker movie, it was such a fantastic movie because it showed the rising of the middle class with a leader. Okay, he was a Joker. It wasn't, he's not the most greatest leader of all time. You know how it is. But someone did something to break the, I guess, break the cycle of people who needed help and want someone to believe in and someone to move on. There's a lot of people who go, "Oh, yeah, I don't give a shit." You can see the people that just go, the people sitting in the crowd, they just go about their business. That's fine. But there's another side to life, and this is what they were showing. Now, the other thing is I saw, which is a very, very deep personal development and a deep message to people, that the society that we live in is creating these people like the Joker. He's snapped. He's had enough. He's been picked on. Da 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 da. I'm going to turn the Joker. I'm going to go on national TV and I'm going to do what I did. I'm going to end someone. But you see how he picked up. See, if you see how people were basically saying, "Oh, you're a clown. You're this. You're that. You're that," without knowing the journey. Okay. Maybe he doesn't know the journey, but you can see the common ground. He was different. He looked different. He dressed as a clown. They go, "Oh, this clown's coming out," and he's laughing. They're all judging him. But it came to a point, didn't it? So if it came to a point where he had enough and did what he did, what's that say about society? Is society creating these monsters? In some ways they are, because they're not respecting them. Now, to get on to the Woker movie, now that movie number one was bloody fantastic, eh? And it showed a big message. Now, we're in this stage of, people being oppressed and all this kind of shit, and changing storylines, changing characters. Now, you tell me, from a successful movie, why the hell did they do a bloody musical for the second one? You tell me. Oh, they want to go on a different path. All that bullshit that is. Okay? Has nothing to do. They brought Harley Quinn in, made a bloody love story. I mean, we've watched so many DC movies. Okay, with Batman and Harley Quinn, with Margot Robbie being with Batman and all those kind of things. But why the hell did they change it from a great movie about the Joker, about the upbringing of society, versus this bloody modern day DC Sound of Music garbage? Oh, this is really good. Yeah, we know why. Okay, we don't have any proof, of course. The proof's in the pudding, though. All right, Joker 2 was a piece of shit. I haven't even watched it. I've only watched previews of it, and I'm looking at, what the hell is this? Straight away, I see that the storyline has been changed. Now, my belief is because of the uprising of what they've done in that first movie, which was, as I said, bloody fantastic, showed a lot about how people are treated, how people are created, their mental health is being stuffed around, okay? They're forced to this world, and then they're blamed for it. And the people who are actually physically creating this by rejecting them go and say, oh, you're a clown, you're an idiot. But they don't realize that they're part of the problem. This is all part of it, where we're talking about people being rejected. And this is where a lot of people, we don't know what's going on, and obviously going on within the person, but we know what's going on externally, which is putting pressure on these people. So you can see what's happening over there. I don't know if you noticed that. Okay, great movie, as I said, but have a look at the progress of someone getting to a point where they had enough. And yeah, it's the extreme that he goes and ends a few people, but the policy and I wouldn't say the policy, but the message there is people wanted someone to believe in. Now, whether that be the Joker, whether that be Princess Diana, whoever it may be, they need someone to believe in. Trump is a perfect example. It's the same thing as what the Joker was. The only difference is you've got the Joker, who's a villain, who's the most evil villain in the Batman series, versus Donald Trump, who's coming back into power. Now, my belief is it looks very similar. There's people have had enough. They're looking for someone to believe in. He's come in with what he said. Now, we're pretty confident for what I've seen and what I've heard from people, he's going to deliver in some way. Okay? No one's perfect, but he's going to deliver in some way. Have a look at the Joker. People have had enough, have been pushed down, and had enough of these people who think they're elite, but they're not. They've got a bit of money, or they've got a bit of prestige, and they look down upon people. There's a segregation. And you wonder why these people do what they do. And this is not excusing what he does, because everyone has a choice. That's another session that we can talk about. But the Woker movie, we know there's a choice in everything. And the choice of these directors to change the film completely and we'll put Harley Quinn in, we'll put, who is it, Lady Gaga in. Oh, wonderful, fantastic. But what was it saying? It had nothing to do with the first one. That's just my opinion. But it's important to look at what's happening on the screen and what's happening in real life. I want to ask you, as a person who has been through a bit, and we'll talk about that in a minute, what do you reckon about the second Joker movie? What do you reckon about some of the things that have been changed in life? What do you think about the pressures that people have been put on, normal everyday people, Whether it be minority groups, that's another story. But people in general aren't happy. They're struggling out there. And that could be the result. And then we go and blame the person instead of looking within ourselves or looking at the external factors that these so-called people who are so-called helping us, government, they're trying to help us. We're supposed to be helping us, but they're not. All they're doing is helping themselves. And people there, and then you've got your little comrades on the floor or on the ground who are feeding this. And the common person gets screwed. Robin Hood effect. That's all I can say. And what Robin Hood did. So what's your opinion on that? Have a think about it. I'd love to hear your opinion on what do you think the Joker movie, the second one, and do you think it was changed because there was an uprising or there was an awareness of what the message was with regards to people uprising against the elite or the government or the people in charge? They don't want that. They need segregation, and they're happy to blame someone like the Joker and put blame on him and then back into your holes. That's what's going to happen. Go back and play in your houses. We all know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Jay from Journey of a Whitefeather. Thank you very much. This is my first opinion piece, and we'll talk about perfection and all those other things later. But thank you so much for listening. We have a free ebook and a free digital set of affirmation cards, Aussie affirmation cards that anyone can have. If you watch this video and you want to subscribe, you want to keep in touch, put your opinions in, send me an email, whitewarriorhealth@gmail.com. I can send out your free copy of my ebook. And guess what it's called? 15 lessons I received when I woke the fuck up. There you go. So it's about me and my life and what I've done. So, and where I've got to and why I'm actually speaking to you right now. So if you'd like a copy, love to pass you on one, have a read, see what you think. Love to hear from it. And also, I'd like to hear from you what you think of affirmations as well, positive messages. Have a look at what we've got to give to you. This is my first one. Looking forward to doing more often. To have a look and enjoy what we're doing. If you've got an opinion or you've got a comment, please shoot it over, because I will be happy to answer it or even have you on the show. Thank you so much, and always be, Bret Hart always says, my hero, the WWF champion, WWE Hall of Famer, always be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Have you got a story to share? A moment, an experience, something that happened that you believe that can help someone else? Well, my name's Jay from Journey of a Whitefeather, and I run a show live on Spotify and YouTube called A Chat with Jay. A chat with normal everyday people who have experienced heartache, joy, and love in their life, and they want to share it with you because they believe that their experiences can help someone out there. So if you want to be on this show, you've had an experience and you want to share that experience to help someone out there, then DM me down below, comment, or send me an email, whitewarriorhealth@gmail.com. Become a guest, remove your mask, and tell your story. And always be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.